I never did porn.
Start.
I got offered once
Oh, really?
to do gay porn.
Really?
Yeah.
You're a handsome lad.
By a friend who was gay who did gay porn.
Oh, so it was a connection. It wasn't really an offer.
Yeah, but still,
Like, hey, I know. I got this thing, you know.
he's like, hey, man, so there's this thing called gay for pay,
Yeah.
which is a real thing.
Yeah. It's not just a rhyme.
And he's like, basically he said like this. He's like, I get paid $1,500 for an hour of work, what he considers work.
Yeah.
He did some rough stuff. He's like, you'd get paid almost 3 times that.
Really?
Yeah. You wouldn't have to do the stuff that I'm doing.
As being a non-gay actor, or
Yeah, because that's like a fetish.
Yeah.
Like knowing that it's a straight
the
person
straight guy thing. Yeah.
giving it to a non-straight
Wow.
person. And he's like, so you could make about $5,000 for an hour of work.
Yeah.
And, and you're not receiving. You're just.
Why aren't there gay guys that are like, yeah, I'm totally straight. I'm totally straight. I need that $5,000 rate.
So
I love the pussy.
yeah, that's
I love pussy.
And
It's my favorite thing is pussy. I love when they get their pussies out and
Yeah. And just,
I need the $5,000.
they just wave it around.
When they put it in my face, when they put their pussy in my face.
It's like, yeah, just smack it, flip it.
I think that's what. When they go all Belle Biv DeVoe on them.
They air it, they flap it. I don't know. But
Where's my check?
I remember there was so back in Louisville where I'm from, there was
Louisville.
Louisville. There was a store. It was like an African store. It had a bunch of arts, crafts, and different things made from Africa. It was really cool. But they had these oil colognes. So it's like the essential oils before they were really big. And he had a bunch, and all the main colognes were in this oil. And it's like you take a drop of this, and it's just as strong as squirting this cologne on you, and it lasts like 10 times as long.
Heavy duty.
Yeah, really,
Concentrate.
really good product. And he's like, try this one out. Smell this one. And I'm like, that's interesting. What's that? And it was different, but it was okay. I don't think I'd wear it myself, but it smelled like a cologne. And it was called Pussy. And I was like, no, the fuck it doesn't smell like what who the fuck named this? This is like the worst advertising. Nothing at all. And he'd lost it. That dude is like, yeah. So I don't know, maybe it meant that's what you get when you wear it, but
I guess, yeah, you're just advertising for it.
Yeah.
Pussy in a bottle.
In a bottle.
So much for your sophisticated African artifact store.
Yeah, right? That was fun.
Man, yeah, I got nothing after gay for pay. That's a good story. Didn't go all the way, but skirted.
I saw
a real experience, not just read on the internet.
Yeah, I saw his work too.
Is he good? Yeah, talented.
I don't know how you judge that, because he did some shit.
Yeah,
like he was in, and he did a show. He went on tour with this group that just went to like gay clubs and would just have sex on stage.
Wow.
Just that's what they did.
Sex on stage.
Live sex on stage, and made a decent amount of money.
Wow.
And I'm like, what were the stipulations again for the gay for pay? Like, what's this?
An hour? Really, just an hour?
Like, it's like
Use some relaxation techniques before, and
just like, I don't know, man. But yeah, he did it, and he made money, and he enjoyed doing it. So more power to him.
Was that here in Kentucky? Or?
I was in Pennsylvania.
He was in the military.
No. No. But yeah, he's an interesting guy.
Yeah.
That so he was part of the group. So we did the Rocky Horror Picture Show. Okay. And the whole thing lasted.
He's like, this is my love, but on the side.
Yeah, but on the side, we did. We did the whole thing for about a year. We had 3-4 months of practice, and then we did about 5 or 6 months of shows. We did one show a month.
Was he Rocky? Frankfurter.
Yeah, he was Frankfurter.
Okay.
Yeah.
He was the man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was Brad.
Yes.
So
of course you were.
Everybody I tell it to is like, oh yeah, I can see it. I'm like, why? Because I'm living an asshole.
No, no. I said riff.
Oh yeah.
I said riff first. So.
Yeah, riff raff. I forgot. But
say hello. Say it.
So he was part of
that. Hello. Well, see, there you go.
But so the guy who was in charge of it. Okay. So 2 people in this group. The guy who was in charge and the dude who played riff raff. So the guy who was in charge would have porn parties where he would just have people come, men, women, male, female, and they would just bring their favorite porn and put it on. And they would just drink and talk.
See what happens.
And just have it playing. Right?
We're just watching pornography.
The other guy who played Riff Raff.
What could go wrong?
Yeah. The other guy who played Riff Raff would have just naked people parties.
Well,
He was like 45, and he would pull in all these college girls
really?
and college guys.
Wow.
There would be equal parts. And I never went.
Yeah.
I never went, but I saw pictures and videos and saw aftermath.
Wow.
And I remember one time I went to his house, and there was this.
That's why they made you Brad.
I went to his house, and there was this giant painting that he had hung up. It was huge. It was probably like 6 foot by 4 foot, like just a huge painting. Just a bunch of random paint. I'm like, wow, that's wild. What was that? He's like, well, yeah, I had the party the other day. Well, we all got naked, and we just got a bunch of paint all over each other, and we just painted this with our naked bodies. He's like, those are Sky's tits over there. That's Chris's balls right there. And that's what happened.
Yeah.
And I was like, Jesus.
Did you go to the porn party?
Yes.
You're
but
like,
not on purpose.
I'm having a party tonight. Oh, I'll come by. Yeah, sure.
They were having a thing, and then that's what it turned into. It's like, yeah, at 10 o'clock, that's what happened. So a bunch of other people
Put the
showed
kids
up,
to bed,
and they put a DVD in, and all of a sudden that was there. And I was
Yeah.
like, oh, okay.
Porn, no.
Yeah, now what do I do? And I was like,
Let's drink more alcohol.
yeah, interesting group of people. But
There's a. Do you know Dan Savage, the columnist? He has a podcast called Savage Lovecast.
Yeah, the name
It's like
is-
sex
yeah.
and advice,
Yeah. I'm
relationship
pretty sure.
advice podcast.
Did he do something before? Was he an actor? That name sounds really
No,
familiar.
he had a column in a Seattle newspaper for a long time.
Okay.
And then he started a podcast.
I definitely know the name.
But he's a really insightful guy. But he has a touring porn film festival that's all user made.
Interesting.
Like it's all submitted. Like it's not professional in any way. But it's called the Hump Film Festival.
The Hump Film Festival.
And it sounds intriguing. And not that I would ever want to submit. I mean, I might make something, but I'd never perform in it.
Yeah.
God, barely look at myself in the mirror, let alone on TV.
Hey, man. There's people out there, man.
There are people out there. But as a filmmaker, as a serious filmmaker.
As a serious filmmaker.
I've considered it. But yeah, they have this traveling film festival where people submit and they show the porn films, and you go watch these porn films that people make. And I don't know how long I could take it. Like,
Yeah. You get so desensitized.
like even that, or just too worked up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You're just like, yeah, whoa. Like
I gotta go.
It's overloaded.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, are there just people just
Is
feverishly masturbating?
it-
In part, I'm sorry, I have to go masturbate so I can continue to watch
Yeah.
the film
Is there
festival.
a relief station around here? Oh,
The relief station.
yeah.
They probably would have to have like special like porta potties or something.
Oh, yeah.
Pardon me. If I'm going to continue hanging out at this
that-
film festival.
That is an image. Porta potties at a porn festival.
Yeah.
Ugh.
if they weren't dark and
God.
mysterious places enough.
I was in the military, and I've seen some bad porta potties,
Yeah.
but it's interesting.
Not the porn festival ones.
That's
So fuck acting. Fuck actors.
okay. Side note,
Porn. That's what fuck actors are.
exactly.
Factors.
When you were talking about submitting something, it reminded me of I forget what the movie was called, but it was a compilation of like, they were trying to make like B style horror films, right? One of which was called Wadzilla.
Nice.
And it's about a guy who, through I guess some sort of radiation, they couldn't have children because he only had like one sperm.
One.
The doctor looked at it and it's
You've
just
got one.
Just one. So he took a drug or did some kind of radiation treatment, and it caused the sperm to grow. He passed it. It got to be about the size of a cat. Then it just started eating
One.
stuff. Just the one.
Wadzilla.
He started eating things and got bigger and bigger until eventually he like tried to fuck the Statue of Liberty or something. And it was, dude, it's really, really good.
You are a repository for these fucking movies, man.
It's really funny. It was so much fun to watch.
Hey, before we move on from the acting thing,
Yep.
what is the dealio with the zombie thing? The internet zombie
Oh
thing.
yeah. I'm not quite sure. MegaCon is in Tampa next weekend, and we're gonna.
Is it done?
No.
No.
It's still ongoing. So what they're doing is they're shooting so many episodes. And
Hold on, backstory. What's it called?
It's called Dawn and the Dead.
And the Dead.
A homage to, obviously, Dawn of the Dead.
And it's going to be a web series.
Yeah, so it's a web series, and what they do is they're shooting several episodes. They're going to put those out. I think they only got the first couple ones done.
But you've shot some things.
I've only done, like, photography stuff.
Oh, really? You haven't even shot
No.
episodes yet? Okay.
No.
You have character, but they're still producing it.
Yep. I don't think mine comes in until later. I don't know how many episodes there are. I think there's going to be like 8. And they've got maybe the first 2 done. Mine comes in about halfway through.
So they're like taking their time and
Yeah.
really producing it well.
Well, hopefully.
Have you seen anything yet?
Yeah, the first one, I haven't seen the second one. The first one was good. It was okay. It was good for what resources they had. And I think part of the reason why they're doing what they're doing is to drum up more interest in it.
Okay.
So it's there were some issues, but it was the first one. It's a rough cut type deal, so I'm sure they've cleaned it up by then. A lot of potential though, and it was still good. It was still fun to watch. I love the story. I love the idea, and I think as a whole, because what they're doing is they're shooting several episodes, and then once all the episodes are shot, they're gonna shoot some extra footage and then make it into a film. So it'll be all the episodes, but then with extra cuts, and they'll put that out as a movie.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. But the people doing it have a lot of connections. One of the guys, he's also one of the actors in it, he's a professional comic book artist. Like, he's done stuff for Marvel, like done really, really great work. And he's in it. So he made a comic book as like a prequel to the main story. So I have a copy of that.
Cool.
And I'm in there for just a second.
Does it look like you?
Yeah.
Cool. You used your personification.
Yeah, it's got my forehead and my chin. Awesome. So
that's my chin.
Yeah, that's my chin. And that's my Texas side forehead. But yeah, and awesome group of people, really, really cool. But yeah, they hit up every convention. So they did like MegaCon in Orlando. They did the last one in Tampa. They're doing this one in Tampa. They turned the comic book into like an animated motion comic. Mm-hmm. So they did that. So yeah, so the hopes is it turns into something big, and I think it can. Mm-hmm. I mean, the talent's there and the drive is there. It's just a matter of time. So I don't know if I'll be able to make the MegaCon in Tampa though. Maybe on Sunday. I don't know if I can make it Saturday, but I get in that for free too. So
cool.
That's pretty cool. But yeah, no, we're just taking it as it goes. I mean, they're working on other projects.
So
too.
it's a slow moving process.
Yeah, it's a slow moving process.
Because there was a lot of like push initially. Mm-hmm. I thought, oh man, I can't wait to see this thing, but I never saw anything service.
Yeah. And they're still. I'm not exactly sure at what point they're at. I know they got the first couple episodes done. They're going to start filming with me pretty soon. But yeah, it's a slow burn. Hopefully, it turns into something bigger.
Did you see the original Night of the Living Dead is being re-released? There's do you know Fathom Entertainment? They do those re-releases in theaters and stuff. Well, they're doing a re-release of like the 50th anniversary or something.
Oh, that's cool.
But one of the cool things is, excuse me, the film has been completely digitally remastered and restored, and it's through a grant from the George Lucas Family Foundation.
Interesting.
So in retirement, and with his $4 billion Disney bucks, he's doing things like preserving Night of the Living Dead.
That's cool.
Isn't that interesting?
Yeah, that's really cool. That would probably be some shit I did if I had that kind of money.
Yeah. And it just, he has the, he tried to build a museum in Chicago, and they said they didn't want it, but I think he's building in Los Angeles. But it's a pop art museum. Basically,
cool.
he has the biggest collection of original Norman Rockwell paintings.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's wild. I love Rockwell.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
And when you think about Star Wars, because I'm going to talk about it again on this podcast, on every podcast.
That's what you like.
He had a real respect for the pop art form, and you can tell. Like it's fashioned off of Flash Gordon serials.
Yeah.
But he had this like reverence for them, and he gave it a weight and a seriousness in Star Wars that the science fiction thing never really had. And I think that comes from his respect for the pop art form, and you can see that in like getting Norman Rockwell was like he was making these things for advertisements and for Saturday Evening Post, but they're heavy things. There's this fantastic I saw recently, especially having kids. I saw this one painting. It's during the war, and it's two parents putting their kids to bed. They're tucking them in, And the dad has a paper and it says it talks about like the D-Day attack, and it's just and the way that it's drawn. They're being put in this bed in this attic, and it's really dark. It's kind of black. It's really heavy. It's a beautiful piece of art, but it was probably just like some thing in the back of a Saturday Evening Post, like with a cartoon.
Oh yeah,
or But it's just interesting to see that George Lucas respects that art form.
That's really cool,
and would like spend probably more than they spent to make Night of the Living Dead to digitally restore it.
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure.
But that it is a touchstone piece of art, like the comments it makes about racism, the comment it makes about just the unraveling of society. It's never that. It spawned so much that we appreciate today, but there was nothing like it when it came out.
Yeah.